Okay, so welcome back to the Body Talks podcast. Today I am joined by Dr. Tuyet. She will be joining us in the Alchemy room at the North Shore Wellness Experience on September 12th, which is from 10 to 2 p.m. So she's going to be offering a variety of beauty and wellness services, including skincare consultations, correct?
Correct.
Wellness injections, education to really help people look their best. So I'm excited to have her here today. So welcome. Thank you for coming. I do have a couple of questions for you if you're ready. So I'm going
Yeah.
to have you just introduce yourself to everyone. Tell us a little bit about your work, what you'll be offering at the North Shore Wellness Experience.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored. Thank you very much. So, hello, I am Dr. Tuyet Gwen. I am a dual board certified psychiatric and primary care nurse practitioner with a passion for helping clients look and feel their best from the inside out. Um, I have advanced clinical aesthetic injector training at Boston College, and right after that, I flew to Korea and had a intensive skincare and advanced injectable experience directly, which I love to combine like the medical expertise with the latest technology in like Korea beauty and wellness.
Oh, that's very cool. I was reading some of your notes that you had sent over. You
Yep.
offer a lot of different things. And so my question is, how did you first get into aesthetic skincare, wellness, and what drew you to this work?
So I think, you know, the thing is to me, the mind and then the body and everything kind of plays together, given the fact that, I started from primary care. So you kind of learn everything, how to handle like, the cough, colds, from
Yeah.
cardiac to everything. And then I like the psychiatric aspects. And the same thing that, with that passion, it could overlay into a lot of it is, how do you provide quality care for a clientele, not only just like physically, but mentally and, also naturally.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that, having that variety of expertise is probably so calming for people who come see you because you get it. Like you've seen it all. You've experienced and you know what women need and what women want. Yeah, so that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I agreed.
yeah.
It's easy to pick someone's walking into the door feeling like, overwhelmed or like anxiousness, or sometimes it's just that recognitions to
Yeah.
recognize that, you know what, I want to provide you that safe space,
Yeah.
and I want you to have what you want
Yeah, that
or
that
need.
feels good. Like hearing you say that, my body's like, oh yes, that just feels so reassuring because for someone like me, I've never had Botox.
Yeah.
I've never had any wellness injections, and so there's a little bit of nervousness around that. Like, what does that look like? And there's so many things out in the world telling us, what could happen, what could go wrong. You hear the horror stories, right? So, what can someone like me expect when they come to work with you?
So the main first thing is that I want like clientele to know that the things that I brought in to the med spa are things that I would do for myself.
Hmm.
So, to my philosophy is like I want to treat clients as if I'm treating someone's treating me or my loved one. So
Yeah.
it's always evidence-based practice.
Yeah.
I would take the time and like educate. A lot of clientele that walked in and a lot of people are like, oh, I just got Botox, I got filler, but it looked like this. And then
Mm.
sometimes it's just taking that time and be like, well, what do you know about Botox? What do you know about filler? What brand did you get? Where
Mm.
did they get that products? And sometimes to to the surprise, there are people that are like, I don't know what I got.
Right.
And that's just that simple things to be like, no, this is what you got. This is from a reputable place. this is what we're gonna do. Let's start slow and then
Yeah,
build it up. You're not like coming in and be like, oh, let's set this up. Let's do this now.
right.
It's that level of care.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge is power, right? And we should all know what we're putting into our bodies. But,
Yep.
I think sometimes we get caught up in what's trending, what's popular, what's fast, right? And
Yeah.
I touched on this in the last question a little bit, but like, what are some of the biggest misconceptions that you are noticing around Botox skincare and these aesthetic treatments?
Yeah, so for sure, even for let's touch base on like Botox. Like one of the biggest misconceptions is that they're like people are like, it's gonna make me frozen. I'm gonna look unnatural.
Yeah.
But it's not the purpose if you get into the right injector. You know, not everything, it often the purpose of it serves is to lessen that, muscle so that you will, be feeling and having more of like soft and natural look, more of it's being more of an enhancement. And
Right.
that like Botox is, lasting so long or whatever it is. But and honestly, Botox only lasts for 3 to 4 months.
Oh,
And that, it's the procedure is not like heavy duty or intensified. Sometimes it's just like a quick 10 to 15 minutes with no minimal downtime.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
so you could, and another big thing that people don't know that I also include is skin talks.
Mm.
That's a technique that's taught in Korea that sometimes it's micro like dosing of the units of the Botox towards the skin to
Yeah.
give it more of that natural look.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of things that you could utilize the injecting technique
Hmm.
to enhance like someone's wants or needs.
Yeah. So the skin talk is what it's called.
Yes.
So does that is that something you would do like if you're feeling dull and kind of just like your skin doesn't have, I don't know, a glow to it? Is that what that would be used for?
Yeah, so it's one of those like, line like forehead wrinkles, right? And sometimes they're like superficially,
Hmm.
injecting too. But the Korean do the skin talks like more frequently, like every 2 to 3 months, versus here, like we said, Botox is 3 or 4 months. But again, the dosing they use in terms of like the areas is very, very superficial and very minimal. Because
Yeah.
again, they're all about preventive.
Okay.
Now you're getting back into like glowing skins. Um, Botox is more for like wrinkles and all of that.
Mhm.
If you want glowing skins, you treat the inside out. And with that, it's more of you could add in vitamins, different I think we touch base on B12,
Yeah.
there's biotin, vitamin D, glutathione, all of these that can help someone feels more energized,
Yeah.
have more growth in nails, hair, and all of that.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I was just having a conversation around, perimenopause and aging and all the things that, our bodies start to do and how they change and what we're lacking internally. And that's why we're having, skin changes and hair changes. So this is really interesting because I've never heard anyone really talk about the inside, when it comes to, external beauty. Um, and I think that needs to be talked about more.
You know, that is 1000% because, for example, when a client comes, when people look, it's like for myself or my med spa, it's
Yeah.
not just, oh, let's look at your skin. It may look, I do in-depth skin analysis with a
Mm.
machine. So lots of time when you take those 3D pictures and you break it down to the pores, the pigmentations, the fine line, the skin age, the skin texture, it's even the skin analysis give you percentage of water loss. So
Oh.
I tell client, hey, it looks, are you hydrating? Are
Mhm.
you sleeping? Are you like stressed? Like emphasize the wellness of the fact that you got to take care of yourself internally.
Right.
And, 9 out of the 10, people are like, yeah, I don't drink enough water. Or, yeah,
Yeah.
I've been stressed and haven't been sleeping.
Right.
So I tell them, I'm like, I could offer you you know, injectable facial or all of these things, or you can buy a bunch of expensive, ingredients, creams, everything. But
Right.
again, you're just layering things. You're not treating the core as well.
Right. Oh, so such an important message, right? And a reminder to so many of us because again, we're living in a society where it's like quick fix. Everyone wants it, they want to be fixed and they want it now. And they don't have the education behind what they actually need for themselves in order to feel good, look good. So that's amazing. That's something that I think everyone will be happy to hear about when they rewatch this or when they come back and watch this. So my other question for you is, what do you hope people walk away feeling or understanding about themselves after working with you? We touched on, talking about the internal stuff, but is there anything more to that that you hope?
I think more so, again, I don't know if it's my like technique, philosophy, or how I see things.
Yeah.
Or even if you look at me, sometimes I tell when I go to like aesthetics trainings and stuff, I'm like, to be honest, I'm like, do I fit in? Because everybody is that, if you look into the aesthetics, it's like they have that look,
Yeah.
either the fill, like too much filler, like the tighten and frozen in my regards and how I practice is more of my philosophy is natural.
Yeah.
I like to have create the ability for clientele to have that skin that they feel so good
Mm.
that you don't have to layer on makeup,
Mhm.
you know? And it's more of let's not overkill, but let's just figure out on how we can enhance your natural beauty.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So we're not looking like what we're seeing all over social media and, in movies and all our
Yep.
favorite celebrities, they all look so weird and different, and that is a fear. And I mean, when I thought of injections, that's the first thing I thought of. So,
1000%. And like, I research and want to learn more technique and more of what are things that build more collagen. What
yes.
are things that offer more collagen's growth, lasting, but more natural,
Yeah.
at the same time.
Oh,
So,
I'm sold.
then and that's why I say, like, I don't wear makeup. It's like
Beautiful.
more natural, and that's how I want myself and I want my clients and my loved ones to feel.
Yeah, I mean, embodying our work is so important, right? Because we are, it's practicing what we preach, right? And walking the walks, walking the talk. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. So you're going to be at the North Shore Wellness Experience, which I'm super excited about. I can't wait to meet you in person. Um, so tell me if someone is thinking about stopping by and chatting with you at the experience, you're going to be, I just want to get the Alchemy room.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you would want them to know?
So, if you're thinking about stopping by the space at the North Shore Wellness Experience, which I'm glad to be a part of,
Yeah.
I'll be at the Alchemy Room. And I want people to know that everyone can visit and everyone is welcome, whether you're just simply curious, like brand new to like wellness and aesthetics, or already familiar with aesthetics. The goal is that I want to create a comfortable, educational, and judgment-free environment where you can ask me questions, explore options, learn what may work best for your personal goals. You'll learn the opportunity to know more about Korean skincare,
Mhm.
what facial balancing means, well, like the wellness injections designed to support your need, either it be energy, beauty, confidence, overall well-being is the goal. There's absolutely no pressure. I just want to provide an honest guidance, educations, and personalized recommendations from a medical professional standpoint who truly I value more of the natural result in a whole person wellness.
Yeah, I love that. And even just having this quick conversation with you today, you're so easy to talk to and you make it so relatable, and less scary, right? It's just for me, I'm so glad that I was the one who got to have this conversation with you because it's something I've thought of but been nervous about. And you've really made me feel at ease and provided information to me that I wasn't aware of. So if you'd like to connect with Dr. Tuyet, learn more about her services or book with her, we'll be dropping all the information in the caption. So you can look for that. And don't forget, the North Shore Wellness Experience will be happening on September 12th from 10 to 2. And this is your opportunity to meet incredible local practitioners, explore all kinds of wellness offerings, and experience different approaches that will support the mind, the body, and that overall well-being that we're all really looking for. So again, you'll find all the links in the captions, learn more about the North Shore Wellness Experience. And I'm so happy you were able to sit with me today. It was very enlightening. And yeah, looking forward to meeting you in person.
Likewise, thank you so much
Oh,
for
you're,
having me.
of course, absolutely so happy to have you.